Good evening, everybody, and welcome to yet another live stream. I'm not going away just yet, so hopefully you're not completely sick of seeing me every evening. But hey, if you are sick of seeing this, then you're not obliged to watch it, although I still wouldn't mind if you watched it, even if you are actually sick of the sight of me. So thank you for those of you that are popping into the chat. I do appreciate it. Hi to Eric, how are you? Oh my god, he's lost his beard. The Truth, hi The Truth, free Beck from Organising Z's mess. Sean says, you staying on for another 3 hours? Quite possibly, maybe even more, who knows. It all depends on how much work I get done and how much energy I've got, and currently I've got a decent amount of energy. I'm feeling fresh, so I want to get some work done. The Truth has already thumbed up the video. Thank you very much for thumbing up the video, even though it's just begun. I do appreciate it, The Truth. Tommy has popped in. Tommy Bernhard, how are you, Tommy? Thank you for popping in. Shazad has popped in and starts off with WTF lol. And Gary says he's made enough money to buy razors. Well, thank you for that comment, Gary. Yes, I have shaved. I actually took... Thank you, Lex, for the £2 super chat. I really do appreciate it. As I'm sure you know, I completely appreciate it. And the comment is OOFT, which I'm not sure what that stands for, but I've got a feeling it's a positive comment. So thank you very much, Lex. I do appreciate it. Joni Kramer has popped in. Look, Mum, I'm hustling. Hi, how are you? Thank you for popping in, Drew. New face, who did? Yeah, I shaved. I actually took some hair clippers that I've got. I've got some wild hair clippers, the ones that I use to shave my hair off on stream. And then, so I took to that. With that, it saves a lot of time and energy, and then I cleaned up with a razor. So yeah, I'm very pleased with the result. I feel much better, and the important thing is I was able to eat a burrito without it interfering with my enjoyment. I actually had 2 burritos today, because the first one I had the beard, and I enjoyed the burrito very, very much. But like, you know, when I was moving my face around during the process of mastification, which I believe is the technical term for the chewing, you know, you could just feel like the hair, and I just don't like it. It gets to a point where it bothers me, so shaved it off, and then I had to make myself a second burrito, and I really did enjoy the second burrito. It was fantastic. So, you know, the food always plays a part. Hi, John at YLM. And hi, Mandy Esley. John Hodges says it'll grow back overnight. It probably won't. It probably won't completely grow back overnight, but yes, there will definitely be some growth overnight on my face, obviously. Not talking about anything else. Hi, Zoe. Hi, Laura. Gary says, what is the story tonight? Asked Gary. I don't have a story prepared for this evening. But yeah, hi. Pixie Dust Gaming says, long time no see, just popped in to say hello, not staying as I've got tons of work to do. Hope you're both doing okay. Thank you for popping in, Pixie Dust Gaming. I really do appreciate it. Yes, we're doing absolutely fine. Just going to be getting on with some work. Part-time Picker says, hey. Lex is rubbing her thighs. That is a thought for everyone. And Nadine says, evening. Thank you. Yeah, I had to make myself a second burrito, Eric. That's right, just to kind of get the enjoyment that I should have had from the first one. I did enjoy the first one, don't get me wrong, but I enjoyed the second one more, so that's all. I didn't have any sides with it, but the burrito was stuffed with, it was actually like chicken breast fillets that Rebecca had seasoned and coated with breadcrumbs. It was really delicious. Avocado, red onion, pepper, jalapeno. It was really nice. Obviously it was delicious. Anyway, the plan for this evening, for the 40 odd of you that we've got in here, almost, I think it's like what it's saying, 39 of you that are in here. Thank you for popping in. The plan for this evening is to actually do a bit of photo editing, and then make a couple of drafts that I did earlier go live. So I've got some drafts on the computer, and I took some photos, and I'm going to make those go live. I'm only going to do 5 listings. to go live today. And then the plan is I'm going to be consolidating all of the clothes that we've got. We've had our clothes completely, get out of control a little bit, mostly because I've not been following Rebecca's spreadsheet. So I'm going to be fixing all of this and going to be getting on with that. So hopefully you guys can keep me company while I'm condensing all of the bits and pieces that I've got to condense. We've got a lot of crates. I want to minimize it, especially when things are at home. And Lex Bad Biscuit says, I roll cigars on my thighs. So if you ever needed an excuse to subscribe to Lex, aka Bad Biscuit, who is in the chat right now, she does roll cigars on her thighs. I've yet to see a video of her doing that on her YouTube channel, so I'm expecting that will be out soon. But in the meantime, it's pretty best that you go over there and just subscribe and be ready for that video when it comes out, and press the bell button for it. Pork Chop says, Hazy, loving these live listings, thank you. Part-time Picker says, need to keep working, so I'll listen in the background. That's exactly what these streams are good for. You don't have to have them on on your monitor. You can of course just minimize the stream and you can just listen and carry on working. Shazad has finally hit the 1 million all-time sales mark on eBay, 2 years and 9 months. Next target is 10 million. That is absolutely incredible, Shazad. So 1 million in sales in 2 years and 9 months. Very impressive stuff. So, and I'm sure 10 million will happen quicker. Drew Look Mum says, treat yourself to a third burrito for your efforts. A third burrito would be pushing it even for me. I'm actually really stuffed right now, so yeah, I'm gonna leave it at 2, but thank you for your concern. I do appreciate it. I do know I probably should have the third, but I've had 2. I think 2 is a good number. And 2 Aussie thrifters, Brad has popped in, says, love all these lives are here, hard to keep in chat at work but try to listen. No worries at all, Brad. I really appreciate you popping in. It's really nice of you to pop in. And a lot of Josh has popped in. Hey there, how are you? A lot of Josh, thank you for popping in. Pixie Dust is glad you're both doing great. You're still rocking it on Fortnite. I am playing Fortnite, but not as much as I should be. There is a shameless plug. There is a link to my Twitch YouTube channel, my Twitch stream channel in the description for those of you that have not yet followed me on Twitch. You can follow me on Twitch, and I will be upping my streaming game there. I want to kind of prove to myself I'm doing enough work on YouTube first and on eBay as well, obviously. eBay first. I want to get that done. Once I've done enough work, I'll feel more confident to go and stream Fortnite. I've been really controlling it. I've not played it for days, actually. The last time I popped into it, it told me, when it says like the last time you'd streamed, I hadn't streamed for 19 days, which is quite a while, obviously, about almost 3 weeks, so I've not even touched Fortnite, which is kind of gutting because I really do enjoy the second chapter. I do want to be doing more of that. Ken has popped in. Hi Ken, says Zaheer either had a shave or his younger brother is stepping in. Oh, that's a very nice compliment, Ken. It's me with a shave. And Lex says it's on a private pay to play channel. That's fair enough. Yeah, Ken, Z from the past, time traveling again. Lol, I go to bed and you start listing, says Mandy. Yeah, it's the only way. I find it's the most suitable way for me to work, and it's working really well. I'm getting some work done. So, and Rod says, had the hedge trimmer out. Close. I actually had the wall hair clippers out to get this sorted, and I'm pleased. Yeah, get the work done, then no guilt about having fun. Very true. Shazad says, I have a Twitch Prime with your name, lol, says Shazad. Yes, it's true. Shazad is one of my loyal Twitch Prime followers, because yeah, you can actually follow me on Twitch, and you can, if you've got Amazon Prime, you get a free Twitch Prime subscription that you can give to your favorite streamer, and obviously, thank you very much. Anyway, let's get to the first part of the stream. I'm trying to be as organized about this. I said organized like Travis Bickle does in Taxi Driver. He's got like a little trinket in his flat, which is, I'm going to get organized, but it's organized. Right, so what I'm going to do first of all is edit some photos. That is the plan. So let me just transition you guys across. So like I said, I've only taken photos for 5 items, and then, you know, because I have actually got more drafts. I think I've got 10 drafts ready to go, but I'm just going to do like 5 items. And then what I'll do is, once these are edited and listed, which won't take long, I'm going to get on with condensing the clothing, and sorting out the spreadsheet, etc. Like the new look, Zaheer, says Jasmine. Thank you, Jasmine. Yeah, I prefer being clean shaven, but I'm just so lazy sometimes. You must go to bed as I'm getting up. Not too far off, Mandy. My sleep is a bit out of whack. And Lex asks, question, if you had a tail, would you hide it or wear it with pride? Asks Lex. You know what? I'd be like the fox from Foxy Casino. I would happily wear my tail out. So if I was wearing a nice pair of trousers or a suit, I would ensure that there is a cutaway or something appropriate that I can use, where, you know, the tail can be free, and then people would know what kind of mood I'm in as well, right? So if it was like stiff, I don't know, that would mean something. If it was wagging, I guess that would mean something. I'm not quite sure how tails function. Unfortunately, our dog doesn't even have a tail. His tail has been, it was docked before we even had him, which was kind of a shame. Poor little Alf. Right, so that's the first photo. I'm just doing slight crops. They don't necessarily need them, but it just helps, I think, with the photos. Polashek says, yo, clean face. Yes, it is a clean face, and I like it like that. Okay, that's fine. We'll keep that one there. Just give that a little bit of a shrink there. With pride, says Nadine, and whack people looking at their phones on the way past with it. There you go. Nadine also would wear a tail with pride. And Billy B says, if it's stiff, it definitely means something. We are talking about a tail here, not anything else, just to clarify. But yes, so I'm just going to edit these. Decent. Zaheer, don't you find clothing sector is oversaturated on eBay? How do you see that? Asked Polashek. If I'm honest, Polashek, I don't think I really am in the position to like make a judgment on that. I think there are people that are still doing very well with clothing, so I think there is still a market for it. I think it's always been quite a big, it's always been quite a busy sector, hasn't it? It's always been quite a busy place to be, so you do have to be careful. But for example, she's always flipping Mandy, that's in the chat. Then, you know, she does very well with clothes. There's a lot of other resellers that do very well clothes. Bad Biscuit Lex, it does well with clothing. A lot of people do very well clothing. Even myself, I don't think we do badly. I think we do okay with clothing. It's definitely not our strong point, but we've got a decent source. And I think that gives us the confidence to carry on. So I think part of it could be you've got to be careful, or be aware of if you've got a decent source of clothing. So like Beck and I probably would be a bit less heavy on the clothes if we didn't have like the bin where it was only £1.50 per item. And Lex says, I'd love a tail, might try and grow one. If you strain really, really hard, Lex, and you clench your fists like this, and you just really believe, you never know, you might pop something out, but it probably won't be a tail. So just be careful. You might want to carry that experiment out in a suitable room. Normally the water closet would be the recommended environment for that particular thing to do. And Eric says, what is the photo editor you're using? This is the default photo editor that you get with Windows 10. So it's nothing special. It's, I actually prefer the one that you used to get, which was like called Windows Live Essentials. I actually prefer that one, but Windows stopped installing it and you have to download it separate. It's a bit of a faff, and I've not gotten around to doing this. Mandy says, does Beck prefer you with or without beard? I don't know. Beck, overall, what would you say? With or without? She doesn't. Yes. The truth. What's the truth? It says she says It depends if she's got to kiss me or not. I think she likes it when I've got like a little bit of a beard, like the kind of stubble look. She likes that. I think in terms of an attractive type thing, she prefers a little bit of, she doesn't like too much of the baby face, so she likes a bit of the kind of rough beardage, but not as much as I had yesterday. I think we're talking maybe about 3 or 4 days of facial hair growth, but she doesn't like kissing it, so she has to bear that in mind. So yeah, there's the answer. Less chaffing without a beard, says Lex. Sally Kelly says, there's a guy at my local car boot, wears a huge Cheshire cat tail and a top hat. See him every week. Wow, that's interesting. I suppose that is quite an interesting thing to wear. If it makes him happy, that's the key. As long as he's happy. And Stu says, hi everyone, who is this young man and why is he still up? Doesn't he have school tomorrow? Very funny, Stu. Thank you. I'll take that as a lovely compliment. It is still me. I've just decided that I needed a shave. And Mandy says 16 sales today, all clothes. There you go. There's your answer, Polishek. 16 sales today. That is great by anyone's standards. That's a really decent amount of sales, and all clothes. So there we go. Righty. Okay, let's make sure this is okay. Yeah, I think that's okay. That'll do. JD Network has popped in. Hi, how are you? Lex, I will get you a tail plug for Crimbo. Merry Christmas. What makes you think I have one already? Polashek says, Craigslist Hunter and Bonafide Hustler are, in my opinion, the best item selectors and eBay maintainers. They have not many items and an amazing ASP, average selling price, near £100. That's the example to follow. Very, very good point, Polashek. I think Craigslist Hunter and Bonafide Hustler are both absolutely awesome guys. They put out some excellent content, a lot of helpful tips. And yeah, if you've got the knowledge, you can definitely build a store which is small and has a very high average selling price. Even here in the UK, we've got George Ross, who does really good YouTube videos as well. If you check out his YouTube videos, obviously you will see that George also runs a very tight ship, very efficient. I don't think he ever has more than a few hundred, like 200 to 300 listings. And his average selling price is very high. I think he aims for a minimum of £50 average selling price. So it's definitely a great way of doing things. But you've obviously got to be confident that you're going to be able to consistently source those types of items. And I think with Bonafide Hustler, he says many times he's not a full-time eBay seller, i.e. he's got other income streams, which means he doesn't rely solely on his eBay income, and therefore he can afford to be a bit more picky with some of his items in terms of the average selling price they bring in. So he can afford to be picky and wait to get the really nice items. And then on the other hand, you've got Craigslist Hunter, who's got a really fantastic bricks and mortar store, which obviously facilitates a lot of deals. He's got a lot of storage that allows him to he can buy in massive amounts. People come to him, he's got that base, so he's able to also get hold of high value items, high value inventory, probably a bit easier than most people would, just simply because they're set up for it. So I would definitely say it's something worth doing. But like George, for example, George Rossi's mentioned, he has to work that much harder in the off season of the car boots. And he relies a lot more then on bread and butter sales, because obviously it's harder to come across high ticket items from charity shops and things where you end up sourcing. So that's just something to think about. But yeah, I would love to have a high average selling price. Right. And Pete's new kitty is so cute. By the way, thank you for the subscription. I do appreciate the subscription there. A console had subscribed. Thank you. Becca Faduke has joined us. Oh, I got to say it. Thank you for joining us, Becca. Becca Faduke, that is. Not Fedi UK, as I've been saying cringingly over the past few weeks. So thank you for joining, Becca. Eric says, wow, I've been opening all my pics with Windows Photo Editor, not Photo Viewer, not Photos. Wow, I'm still using Windows 10 as if it was still Windows 7, says Eric. You know what? I actually preferred Windows Live Essentials Photo Editor because it had a really cool feature where I could bulk edit. I think bulk editing is so useful, but I'm just doing a lot of these. So drop a like, everyone says. Look, Mum, I'm hustling. Thank you for that comment there, Drew. By the way, guys, Look, Mum, I'm hustling are an absolutely epic channel that you should definitely check out. A young Australian couple, really lovely people that are sharing their reselling journey. If you want to smile and, you know, also pick up some tips and tricks, and well, not tips and tricks, but just like see what they get up to, definitely worth following their channel. So, you know, click on the 3 dots next to their name and subscribe to those guys as well. Tommy says that's called YouTube sales. Peter's legit. I don't waste my eye on Bonafide. Fair enough. I don't mind Bonafide. I think he's cool. I think he's an entertaining guy. If you get sales from YouTube, I don't think you can necessarily like hold that against people. I mean, obviously I would say that because I've had a couple of sales from YouTube as well. But obviously you have to bear that in mind when you're like, if you're doing that dreaded comparison game, you know, it's not a like for like comparison. If you're running an eBay store and you're not on any kind of social media, and you're not no one knows about your store other than from, oh god, that's not working, why is it doing that? I hate when it does this. And no one knows about your store unless they have just come across your store from, you know, from searching on eBay. Then it's not a like for like comparison against someone, for example, that does YouTube and shares their store. So, you know, you have to bear that in mind. Right, let me go back into that because for some reason my kind of stuff was messing up. I don't know why. Let me just transition back. Craigslist is Polish, says Polishek. Yes, he very much is. By the way, Tulchan is a good brand. Hi Jennifer Hayes, how are you? Console says beard gone, next the long hair, damn hippie reseller. Thank you, Console. The long hair is kind of more out of, I don't know, it's not that long. I think it needs a trim. It is a bit back there, but yeah, I will get that sorted, Console. Jennifer Hayes says hello Z and all. Hi Jennifer, thank you for popping in. And Polishek says, by the way, Tulchan is a good brand, in demand. I used to sell those between 20 to 25 pounds. Fantastic. Yeah, it caught my eye because of the embroidery. I thought it had like a really nice autumnal embroidered look to it, so definitely you know, I would you know, bear that in mind. Hey Mary Deathy Deals, how are you? I am fantastic. It's going very well. I feel productive. I'm sharing my evening with you lovely folk as I crop my photos ready for listing, and then we're going to organize some clothes, which is, you're not going to see much of that, but we'll be chatting away and stuff. By the way, guys, there's over 70 people watching this, which is mind-boggling. It is 10:40 at night here in the UK, so thank you everybody that's staying up and showing support. Thank you everyone from the US, thank you everyone from Australia. I really do appreciate all you guys hanging out. It is very humbling. Right, Lonnie's got a guy now, Wayne, says Nadine. Yes, Wayne has become a very popular name. I was watching Lonnie's he's got 2 channels. I think it's like Shed Flips, it's the one, and it was really really cool. He always has to mention Wayne because Wayne's always purchased stuff from his store, which is so cool. Nad's allotment says, what have you done with Zaheer? Very funny, Nad. It is still me. I've just decided to get a haircut, a little shave. Oh, that's not a nice photo. You know what? I'm gonna crop that bit of that sleeve out. I just don't like having weird bits of stuff. Okay, that will do. I think that will do. Okay, let's see what's going on in the chat. Console says Lovejoy. It's a little bit Lovejoy. Kelly, the ecom mum, says it's 4:40 here in Texas. 4:40 p.m. So 4:40 in the afternoon. Thank you for joining me from all the way from Texas, Kelly. And did Tommy go? No. Oh nope. I don't hold it against anyone, but it's a disclaimer, says Tommy. Okay. Bye, Tommy. Is Tommy going? I didn't see him saying that he's going. But okay. Right. And Brian says it's 11:40 in Hungary. Brian Denton is joining us from Hungary. That is so cool. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. And Brad says off to a meeting. Have a great chat. Thank you for popping in. Brad. I hope you have a good meeting. Eric says it's 5:40 in Pennsylvania. Cool. All right. Let's just get this done. Oh, he was saying hi. I was like, oh, okay, he's going. No, he's probably busy. I know he's busy as well, so it wouldn't surprise me if he was saying. These photos have not turned out as I would have liked because of the length of the sleeves. It's meaning I'm getting other bits of stuff in. I don't like that. I'm here. I'm in the thrift store. Sorry, lol. Don't be sorry. Thank you for popping in, Tommy. And back from burnout, Mel has popped in. Hi, Mel. How are you? Okay, so this photo was to show a stain, but it's a very slight stain and you can't even see it, so I'm just going to delete that file. Kind of pointless having that. Okay, just crop this one down as well. So this is going to be my favorite thing to list out of all the clothes I'm listing today. I did actually draft this on stream yesterday. We'll go like all the way up to it like that. There we go. It's 11:42 in Poland. Just looked at my dual time widget on my phone. I'm still in the UK. And Mel says I'm hungover. Okay, what time is it over there, Mel? Love how international the chat is, says Becca Faduke. Yeah, I have to say your surname every time now, Becca Faduke, because now I know how to say it. Okay, that needs to be brightened, or like the brightness needs to be brought down a bit, I think. And yeah, there you go. Save a copy. Yeah, it's amazing how YouTube is very it's very international. A lot of this thanks goes to Tommy and Tracy because they've put us in touch with so many people because the way they are. I've always struggled to be that good at networking with people, if I'm honest. I've never been great at it, so it's kind of cool since coming across Tommy and Tracy. They really helped with that side of things, and yeah, it's been fantastic. It's 9:45 in the morning. Okay, well, you've still got the day to recover, as it were. I'm sure you will. Let me just get rid of that bit of background there, and we'll have that there. Super. So that is the photographs all done, all edited. So now what I need to do is start attaching these photographs to what's it called, to the you know, to the drafts. It's not that complicated to say words. I need to know. Right, so I've got my drafts up on the screen now. So these are the drafts that I am working on. So as you can see, I've actually got like 10 drafts, but I'm only going to be doing a handful of them. So we're doing this Cabela's thing, this Ted Baker, those Levi's, the NFL, and then the Tolchan, and the rest we'll do another day. I could have done them tonight, but like I said, I want to start then working on condensing the stock down so we can still hang out and chat while I'm doing that. Right, so if I go to complete drafts, hash browns don't cure a hangover, says Rod to Mel. I had to go to a funeral yesterday and the wake was a big one. Wow, Mel. Okay. Hey, Just Me, Kathy, and hi to Mal C as well. Thank you for popping in. Appreciate it. All right, so what's this telling me? At least one photo, and the item specific type is missing on one of these. Okay. Item specific type is missing. Let's see what that is. Which one is missing? Let's see what it's missing. Item specific. Required. Type. Okay, so this is a NFL. This is a coat, jacket. It's a type. It's a jacket. There we go. And then we can add the photos while we're at it. Select the photos. There we go. Add those in. Hash brown and eggs and some toast do help a hangover a bit, says Eric. Marie Perrellet has joined us. Thank you, Marie. Mel says they might, Rod. Well, you're hoping, aren't you? You're really hoping. You don't know if they will. You're hoping they will, which is understandable. When you're not feeling that great, it's really easy to cling on to these potentially helpful ways of getting out of a hangover. Okay, so that's that one sorted. Polishek says, I've got over 100 items with missing some specifics. Each time I fill them in, something else will pop out and I can't catch up. Yes, it's been a bit of a nightmare for a lot of people, Polishek. So I don't doubt that you've had a struggle with that. Okay, so let's get this Cabela's Mossy Oak thingy-majig listed. Oh, and bacon. How did I forget bacon, says Eric. Right, let's get this Cabela's hoodie. There we go. Super. Bike contest has popped in. Julie Halil has popped in, and Dave says something's changed. Hi, Dave. Yes, something has changed. I'm feeling very clean shaven and it feels good. Right, let's just upload those, and then actually I want to quickly delete the photos that I have already uploaded, so that it just makes it easier to go through. So now I've got to do these Levi Strauss 514s, which are those there, all the way to there. And I'm pretty sure the next jeans are the Paul Smith ones. Bacon and egg sandwich equals perfect hangover cure. Really, Stu? Nadine says, I got me 2 LED panel lights and tripods and White's photography background a couple of weeks ago. Taking photos is fast becoming my favourite bit of listing, says Nadine. Yeah, taking photos can be very enjoyable. I actually do like taking photos normally. Currently, I'm not enjoying it so much because I'm having to use my phone. But if I had some kind of like a decent camera, which I aim to get at some point, then I would most definitely enjoy taking photos that much more. But I personally also like taking photos on eBay. It's one of my favorite things to also do. So now I've just got 2 more items to list. This is what I love about having photos pre-done. It's just drafts pre-done, and then you can just go on a photo spree, take a whole bunch of photos, attach them, and you're away. So suddenly we've got 5 listings. So not as many as yesterday. Yesterday was like yesterday was a huge day. I think at least 25 went live for us, which is quite good. Right. Z, what is your nickname on Fortnite? I'm not sure. I think it's Dingo Ate Your Baby. I think that's what it is. I'm not 100% sure. And yours is eBay Ninja. Okay. Mel says, I had a bacon and egg muffin at Macca's. Oh, lovely. It's a bit naughty, but sometimes you've got to be a bit naughty sometimes. You just do. You know, it's for the greater good, Mel. I think if you're too restrictive, then, it's no good, is it? My Fuji FinePix S camera is starting to go. I'm gonna have to get a new one. It's quite old. Yeah, sounds pretty old, Eric. I would suggest you look for a nice mirrorless camera. They're very compact. They're not cumbersome to use, and they produce really, really good photographs. Really good photographs. I really do like them. So the Sony Alpha range is one that's like a very safe bet to go and look at. And you can find quite a range of them, all kinds of prices, depending on whether you want them to have a socket for an external microphone, or whether, what resolution you wish to record at, what frames you wish to record at. Bad username, Z, says Rod. You know what, Rod? I've been contacted about my username before. This username is from when I was very young. I love watching Seinfeld. No, it wasn't Meryl Streep out of Africa. It was a Seinfeld reference. I love watching Seinfeld. Seinfeld's one of my favorite TV shows, and there was a scene in it that just stuck with me, and so I just called my username online. Pretty much everything I used to do used to be called Dingo 8 Baby, and it was when Elaine uses it as a method of getting Jerry out of an awkward conversation. It was a very funny episode, but I am aware that it's not always in the best taste, especially I believe in Australia there was quite a controversial case where parents apparently, or allegedly, or whatever it is, I don't know, lost their child to wild dingoes. So obviously it wasn't a reference to that. So yeah, as I've grown up, I have, in my defense, removed that as my username for my YouTube channel. That used to be the name of my other YouTube channel, by the way, guys. Dingo 8 Baby. Yes. So if you go and look at my old videos on my other channel, shameless plug, you can go and look at my other YouTube channel that I started way before this reselling one, and that used to be called Dingo 8 Baby. Right. Hey Jord, how are you? Hey D, Flipping Particles, how are you? Seinfeld is the best show ever. Thank you, D. It is my favourite show of all times. The best series ever. Absolutely. It was just genius. It was absolute genius. I just adore that show. Just fantastic. The movie was A Cry in the Dark, says Just Me. At Just Me Kathy, says Michelle. Okay. So that's 5 items listed. We've got over 80 people in here, which is fantastic. Right, so I've still got some drafts that I could add. What happened to Rap God for the win? That was only an eBay name. That was never a YouTube name, Rod. That was just, I decided that I would call my eBay store Rap God FTW. Link, please. If you go in the description of this video, Mandy, you'll be able to see the link to not only my Twitch gaming channel, which you can watch if you wish to watch me stream video games, but you will find my original YouTube channel, which I really wish I'd carried on now. In hindsight, I still put the odd video out on it, but I made a lot of tech kind of videos and stuff. And I reviewed burgers in the car and all that kind of stuff while I was at work. And in some of those videos, you'll see me looking really slim. Yeah, really, I was much thinner, much thinner. So if you want to have a laugh, pop over to my other channel. It's the description. It's in the description. Right. So now the job is to load up Rebecca's spreadsheet. So let me just show you guys what I'm going to be doing. And this is Rebecca's spreadsheet, and it was a really good idea because you can see there's all these empty gaps. So these are all clothes that apparently we've got listed, and you can see there's all these really empty gaps. And the idea of this spreadsheet is so you don't end up with a bunch of empty crates. You can tell which crates have got space, and then you can fill them in. But when I started to sell clothes, I unfortunately did not really use it as much, and so I've kind of messed it all up. So there's all these gaps. So we're gonna have to basically start again, and I'm gonna have to relabel some stuff and get all of this stuff into boxes. So we're starting just gonna do a fresh condensing of the clothing stock. So I'm going to get on with that. Obviously, I'm going to have you guys here with me. So this is what, just to give you an idea of what I'm actually doing. Did you say reviewing burgers at work? Yes, what I mean by that is when I used to work for Nestle as a rep, if I came across like a nice burger shop or something, I'd grab the burger and I'd film me, reviewing the burger in the car. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I do. I think you'll find a Twix bar review on there. You'll find a burrito review that I found this really nice place that sold burritos in Croydon. And then there's loads of reviews of like computer stuff, like mice, keyboards, and mouse mats, and all that kind of stuff. Just my other channel. It's got some RC on there as well. All right, let's get to it. I'm gonna work through this box at a time. I think. Bear with me, guys, as well. Okay. The Hill says, hello Zaheer, I've seen you more than my sister this week. Hey The Hills, big shout out to The Hills actually. The Hills 00 in the chat. He was kind enough, he heard me say that times are hard on one of our streams, and he was very, very kind enough to send me something in the mail. I got a letter this morning, and inside that letter was a token which would allow me to have a McChicken sandwich and fries from McDonald's for only $1.99. So I very much appreciate that, The Hills. Thank you very much. It put a big smile on my face, and Beck had a big grin on her face when she saw that as well. It's a lovely gesture, very funny, and we really do appreciate it. Just sold a little table for $5. He just this minute picked it up, says will you take less? Don't you love pickup only? Pickup only is great if you've got the stuff for it, definitely. Dinners, drive-ins, and dives. I love that show, Eric Liddy. Beck's not a fan of the presenter though. I don't think he's all that either. Z, when you get a second, can you check Messenger and tell me if that's a good team or it's item? I don't know. I'll have a look. Oh yes. It's how much is it? It's worth $3 definitely. Tommy. Yes. Buy it. And it's definitely pick that up. It's worth it for $3. You'll definitely make something on that. When was you a territory seller? Ages ago. Thanks, Z. I'm going to go back in time, says Mandy. Yeah, have a look. There's some old videos on there. Like, I don't know how old, but I've been doing that channel for years. So, yeah, you got it already. I only sent it yesterday, second class. Yes, The Hills. It came through today. So, yes, very pleased. Okay, so this is now being changed. Okay. Okay. I'll put that in there. Good evening, resellers. The player. Yeah, he's a legend. Ibrahimovic. That player is a legend, Tommy. He's worth for $3 definitely. Poloshek says, Z, I'm gonna go and play some Fortnite, no worries. Hi Goimers eBay. Thank you for good content, says Poloshek, no worries. It is Man United, Rod. It's a Man United shirt with that player, the amazing player. That's it, Ibrahimovic, Zlatan. It's got Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So yeah, definitely worth picking up, I think. Right. Okay, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to start this from the beginning. Okay, we are calling this CB1A, and is a Levi 514 leg. Oh, sorry, waist 31, leg 30. There we go. Date 19/11/19. There we go. Next item. Back to photographing and listening, says Just Me Kathy. No worries. Hi, Bric-a-Brac Gold. Thank you for popping in. Throw it in the bin, says Rod. The Hill says, sorry, I only had one voucher, otherwise I would have sent two so Beck can have one. So you have to have half a burger each. Maybe Hannah and Zara can share the fries. That's a good idea, the Hills. Thank you for the thank you for the sentiment. Really do appreciate it. Tommy Frame It says Courtney Smart. Bric-a-Brac Gold says looking smoothly. Thank you. Kenneth Chapman says United might have to leave a thumbs down. yeah, you shouldn't really suggest Man United items when there's Man City fans around. But from a resale perspective, for $3, a Man United shirt with Zlatan Ibrahimovic, there's gonna be profit in that, definitely. So yes, it'd be worth picking up, unless you were a Man United fan. Oh, sorry, Man City fan. There you go. Rod and Ken are agreeing. Yes. Right. Okay. CB1B. And that is a Ted Baker 34R, waist 34, leg 33. Okay. Cold night in the conservatory, asked Darren K. You know what, Darren? I'm wearing my trainers this evening. The heating's been on, and I'm wearing my trainers, and I'm not losing nearly as much heat, so I'm actually feeling really good. Look, I've even got my sleeves rolled up, so things are pretty nice, actually. Maybe you can photocopy it 3 times, says the Hills. I'm not sure I want to go to that extent. Times is hard, the Hills, but I don't think they're quite that hard that I'm going to resort to photocopying the voucher and trying to defraud McDonald's Corporation. So yes. Shazad says Z doesn't share, lol. Wait, are we talking about girly soccer versus US football? We're talking about soccer, yes. No worries, Shazad. Have a good night's sleep. Thank you for popping in. And Rod says no amount of hand sanitizer will clean that waste off you. That's a bit mean. I don't think that's really a fair fair way to. They're not that bad. Come on, guys. I know it's silly to even try to get you to say otherwise, but I don't think it's that bad. Right. So now I'm okay. So I'm just to show you guys, so I'm going to be putting in all these kind of, this is going to be like our new reference system. For some reason, I always do really over the top and convoluted names. So CB1 is going to be closed bin 1, and then we're going to have an alphabet letter to donate the difference. So we've got CB1A, CB1B, CB1C, which definitely probably isn't as good as what Bex was doing. She's probably going to look over and complain. Is that okay? The way I'm doing it? You don't mind, do you? Yeah, exactly. I'll just go with it. I'm using the spreadsheet though. So you're impressed? Thank you. Telchan full zip. So this way we're going to be able to keep on top of how much stuff is in each clothes bin. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Actually, I should put the date in there. I'm not going to put the store in because we know it's always going to go in this store. So there we go. What soccer, says Rod. An unusual vintage says Soccer will overtake football in the USA in the future. Soccer is something you play while you wait for everyone to show up to play a real game, says Eric. That's hexadecimal, says Dave. I don't even know what that means, Dave. And Shazad says, best day on eBay ever today. £4,300 in sales and still another hour to go. Wow, Shazad. £4,300 in sales. That is pretty crazy. CB1D. What's CB1D? Which is the Cabela's Mossy Oak. So is this. That is incredible sales. Our sales have not been that great today. It's been gone a little bit quiet today. Last couple of days have been really good. It's slowed down a little bit today, so I'm just gonna keep the listings going, and we'll see what happens. Still had a couple of sales on both stores, but definitely not as good as the last couple of days. So we're hoping it will sort itself out. If we keep listing, and fingers crossed. CB1E is let's get rid of this. Laura Ashley blue silk dress. Now that is cool, and that's going to be the 19. Okay. Gotta catch my beauty sleep. God knows I need it. No worries, Mandy. Thank you for popping in. Rod is the McDonald's in Australia. Goima says Americans trying to play English football. Rod, I don't know. Eric says, Shazad, I did the 881 here, so not too bad. Kevin Rosen says it is. It is what? I'm confused. I'm completely lost in the chat now. Okay. What I'm gonna do there is just cut, and then what we're gonna do here is paste, and we are gonna call this. Gotta run, no worries, Mary Death, thank you for popping in. CB1A is hex, convert that to decimal and it's 51994. I still don't understand what you mean, Dave, but thank you for trying to explain it to me, but it's beyond my mind. It's like numbers and stuff. Kelly says, I made the girls' soccer team in college. Oh, cool. So yeah. Soccer, they're both good sports. I think soccer, American football, they're both good sports. I'm not really into American football, but lots of people are. Soccer is definitely soccer, aka our football is more popular overall in the world, though. That's just facts. CB1F. Okay, CB1F. Oh god, no. CB1F. There we go. Z still counts with his fingers and toes. You're confusing him. I can see his eyes crossing. Yeah, I don't know. And so on. That's how you count in hex. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? I don't even know what you mean, Dave. I do appreciate it. Ken says we're on 360 for the day, a low average figure for us, but still okay. Wow, that's still not exactly shabby, is it? According to eBay, I think we'll be lucky if we've done, I think 100. I think we're about 50 odd pounds on one of the stores, on the general store, and then on. Let's see what the RC stores are. I don't think it's done anything special either. I think it's been just one sale on that one. Yeah, so we're on about we're on like a 50-60 pound day today. So yeah, not very good actually. It's a bit of a bummer. Last couple of days have been so good. Even yesterday was good. Today's not been so special. It happens though. I don't think I've had any other sales come in. Let me just check. Internet's a bit slower tonight as well. Evening love says Savvy Mum UK Donna. Thank you for popping in, Donna. Nope. Yep. So we are very much on. Yeah, we're on like a £60 day today, 50 something pound day today. Courtney says £350 today. Good for us. 15 items sold. That's fantastic, Courtney. Very good. Good job. I didn't do binary, says Dave. Mr. Sadie says, "Wow, looking good, mate, Bubba. If I wasn't married, I'd take a run at you." Thank you, Mr. Sadie. That's a lovely compliment. Oh gosh. Alright, let's carry on with this consolidation. So that's sorted as well. Let's find this A27. We'll cut that and we'll put that here. And that is going to be CB1G. There we go. CB1G. I think we're going to be able to fit so many more clothes into these larger boxes. It's going to be really good for us, I think. What's this? Anna Rose collection, ladies blue casual top. Let's find it. It's not there unless it's been sold or something. Who knows? What's this? Here. Coast. Bleachy. Okay, yep. We'll get rid of that one. We'll cut. And we'll paste here. And that is going to be CB1. H. Let's put that in coast. CB1H. Savvy Mum Donna says, "Are you a bit warmer tonight? I mean, you've had a shave, so that removes a layer, right?" I'm actually feeling a lot better, Donna. Like I said, I'm actually wearing my trainers, and that's helping me a lot. I think that wearing the trainers has made a huge difference. I'm losing a lot less heat. I'm losing a lot less heat by through my feet. So there we go. Billy B says, "When's the next video, Ken?" Yes. And Michelle says, "Hi, Mr. Sadie." Hill says, "Zaheer, are sales booming?" Unfortunately, not today. They've been really good the past couple days, the Hills. But today they've been, today we're on about 60 odd pounds, 50 something pounds I think today. So not great today. So hopefully it will pick up again. But yeah, the last couple of days though have been good. So we've done the coast. This is gone. Let's just get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay, Ted Baker size 4 red polo shirt. That's that one there. And it's gonna be CB1I. Okay. CB1I. Right. Next item, the Armani blue jeans eagle shirt, eagle print shirt. Some things you really do think that are going to sell. Here's an example of something that I thought would definitely sell really quickly. I was really pleased when I found this. It's made in Italy. It's a really nice, blue shirt with the Armani eagle print on it. So if you actually look at the print on the shirt, it's like the Armani eagle. It's got a really nice design, button-down shirt. I thought this would have sold. I'm going to actually take another look at this listing, and I can see that this was actually listed on the 1st of May this year. So it's been now on for 6 months, which is really surprising. I thought it would have sold far quicker than it had. Well, it hasn't even sold. What am I talking about? So we're talking CB1J. Yes, it's just weird. You know, sometimes you think things are going to sell really quickly, and then you it always surprises you when stuff just doesn't work. Nice Sunday. I've had 5 sales a day. Would prefer 30, says the Hills. Since Sunday, I've had 5 sales a day. Oh, that's good, the Hills. At least 5. Yeah, of course you'd prefer 30 a day, but 5 is still something. Better than nothing. And Mr. Sadie says, sell any action figures from the auction yet? Yes, actually, Mr. Sadie, sold quite a few of them. Not a huge amount, but we have definitely sold a few. Let me just see what I can pull up. I might actually be able to pull some up just to show you what has been sold. So far, we have sold... I don't want to obviously kind of... Oh god, what have I done here? Yeah, we've actually had a couple sell to... actually, there's a guy in this chat, George. He bought a few of the die-cast ones. But there have been a couple others that have sold as well, which is nice. I'll show you some of the ones that have gone. So there we go. I'm pretty sure there was another one that sold. That's the one. So yeah, I'll just show you. So far, these are the ones that have sold, so I'll give you guys a quick update. So we sold this today, actually. This is a little Johnny Lightning die-cast Lost in Space chariot thing. So really small figure. It's sold very quickly since being up listed, so it's done really well. That's gone. These Ninja Mites sold for £10 plus shipping as well, so really pleased to see these go. For a second I thought these would be worth like a lot when I was actually researching them, but I was still happy to take, we asked for 10 plus shipping, they sold for 10 plus shipping, so pretty pleased. This was actually the first item to sell from the auction. I took an offer on it. It was up at 25, took an offer of 22.50, so not really a massive cut. And this was the Thor Marvel Legends figure, so really happy that's gone as well. And also sold this Gargoyles Cold Stone figure. This is going all the way to, I think, Canada, I believe it was. We took an offer though because the shipping was quite high. I think we got an offer of like 20 on this, plus the shipping, and I was quite happy to sell it for 20. It may well be worth more, but I was, we want to start seeing our money back on the stuff. So those are the figures that have sold. And like I said, on top of that, George, who was in the chat earlier, he's actually bought about 3 or 4 of the smaller die-cast figures. So and also we've still got the kind of money maker to sell, which is what would that be? We've got the really expensive Star Trek figure listed still, which does have a watcher now. So I'm hoping that it may pick up a sale at some point. So when this one sells, obviously we'll be really happy. So let me just show you. We've still got this guy up for sale. So this is the Star Trek original series Diamond Set Kang figure. Got him up for 150 with best offer. And we've actually got a watcher on this now. So hopefully, it may sell. I don't know how long it'll take to sell. Bear in mind the one that sold previously was sold at 100. So we're really going over the top with our pricing here. We're probably gonna have to keep dropping the price on that, I'd guess, maybe, but for now I'm happy to stick at 150 with best offer and see if someone makes an offer. If we don't get any watchers, we don't get any offers, we're gonna obviously reduce. But yeah, there George is in the chat. Hi George, thank you again, really do appreciate it. Silver Manny says loving these working streams, and Goima says I'd wear that. Yes, it was a really nice shirt, wasn't it? The Armani shirt. I thought it was really nice, but just I haven't had any interest in it, and it's been up since May, which is just like what bonkers. But there we go. And what other chats? Silverman says, hello Z, loving these working streams. I'm glad, thank you for joining in, Silverman. I'm glad that you enjoy them. Will you take less? Says sold 2 on eBay and 1 on Spock. Okay. Oh, let me just stretch my legs. Z, do you have an email that I can contact you on? Says the Hills. Yes, you can just contact me on the eBay email. Well, it's not the eBay email, but my email is Zaheer at onlycoolrc.com. You can send an email there. That's like my email for the Only Cool RC store. But yeah. And do you go to any toy auctions? Asked Courtney Smart. I haven't been to any specialist toy auctions. I've not been to any specialist toy auctions. You need to have deep pockets for those, and also the problem, when I say problem, is when you go to a specialist auction of any kind, you're gonna attract collectors as well. Unless you find a specialist auction that only sells to the trade, which as far as I know doesn't exist. Most specialist auctions are very good at promoting and marketing and advertising that they're having an auction. So if they get a really amazing collection from someone of vintage or sealed box toys, they will market it, and obviously all the toy dealers will know about it, but also the collectors will be there as well. So that's the issue when you've got a specialist toy auction, is you're going to be up against buyers that are trying to jump the gun and not pay eBay prices, but will pay up for the items because they're not buying it to resell. They're buying it because it's something they want, and it's something they want for their collection. So even though they might not pay up to eBay prices, they might pay as much or just under, which would then obviously wipe you out as a reseller. So I would kind of be like a bit dubious of going to a specialist auction unless they had huge lots which were catered towards dealers. So obviously if you're a collector, you're not going to want to buy a huge lot of figures if you're only really interested in one, and then you're going to be lumbered with another 500 that you have to sell off to make back your money. You're not going to want to do that. So so you've got to look at the kind of lots that are being offered. So if you see a specialist toy auction but every lot at the auction is 1 or 2 items, collectors are going to go for that. If they're doing huge lots, big lots, those are going to be aimed at dealers because they know that really it's only dealers that are going to buy in bulk like that. But then you have to just bear those things in mind. George Goima says some cool figures being carded helps. Yeah, definitely. And George says no problems. I've been keeping my eye out for Batman figures but haven't seen many about, so glad to get some. That's fantastic, George. I hope they reach you in good condition. And Eric says a lot of collectors there willing to pay up. Very true. George Ross has also joined us. Hi George, how are you? Good evening. Early one tonight. I thought I'd start early. It's because I'm doing are you being? Yeah, it's kind of early still. I've been on later. What I'm doing is I'm organising all these clothes, so it's taking some time. The Hill says okay, thank you. Ken says auctions can be hard work unless you know the items in detail. Very true. Ken's got a good point there. If you're going to buy huge amounts of anything, you have to think, are you going to be good at researching it and pricing it and listing it? Are you going to be good at doing that quickly? Because if you've got that amount of stuff to churn through, and to be able to sift through the good stuff from the bad stuff, you're going to need to have a bit of knowledge. But then again, we source 80% of our stock at auction, says Ken. But Ken has knowledge, so he knows what he's buying. So if he's buying giant job lots of things, he's going to know how to really quickly process them. There's a world of difference between buying single items at a charity shop or a car boot, or buying small collections of people from a charity shop or a car boot, to buying a huge job lot at auction, which could potentially take up a huge amount. Someone that knows about buying a huge job lot will be George Ross as well, who's probably knee deep in reel-to-reel players and other amazing vintage tech, which I'm going to be very jealous about. I'm looking forward to a video coming out from George about that. In it to flip, it says, I'm liking this, listening to you while I'm unpacking from the day job and making dinner. I thank you, In it to flip it. I'm glad that it's helping you, do your make your dinner and relax from your day job. That's really cool. All right. So I've got this next item I'm going to be adding to my spreadsheet is this Galbici men's beige vintage wool cardigan. I thought that was a nice pickup for 150. Yet to sell, but still. I'm sure it will sell eventually. I'm just going to whack that into the new storage system. And George says maybe. Galbici, is it? Gabici beige wool cardigan, and that is going to be called CB1K. I'm liking this, getting this work done. It feels so good. So CB1K. Right. Back in the chat, interrupted by foxes in the back garden. Oh, okay, Stu. They can be quite noisy, I've heard. We don't have that issue up here, which is nice. And George says, we'll try and get a video together. Not sure what footage I've got. Any video of that will be amazing, George. I would love to watch you sorting and just pricing gems up, and hopefully you come across some really valuable retro stuff. It would be great to have a chat about that. Eric says giant lots are the best. Tons of postcards, sports cards, collectibles. If it don't fit in a giant box truck, it's not worth buying. Lol. Eric, whilst what you say sounds really good and attractive, you've got to be able to process that stuff. Definitely, you have to be able to process it. You have to be ready, you have to be prepared to be able to process that volume of stock, which I'm sure you are capable of doing, so there's not an issue there. But it's not going to be everyone's ability to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly check see if some of this stuff is listed as well. Right. Where is it? Let's call it Apache. Is it there? It is. I'll give it the custom label. Apache De Niro. Okay. Taxi driver shirt. CB1L. CB1L. Okay, that's cool. And what's this? Cotton traders? Do we even have any cotton traders listed? Cotton traders. We do have it listed. Cool. Ladies check blazer. CB1M. Okay, CB1M. Right. Hey PvP, how are you? PV and Bumcrack Picker says, hi Z and everyone, I've been lurking whilst trying to build up a new door lock barrel for my van. My lock went wonky and the key wouldn't go all the way in. Sounds very stressful. I'm glad you're getting that sorted, BCP. Thank you for popping in. PvP says, hi Z, hope you're not freezing tonight. I see the late listing streams continue. Yes, I'm not freezing. I've got my footwear on, so I'm much warmer than yesterday, although it's starting to get a bit cold. And Steampunk says, how many listings a day are you trying to do? There's no set number. A very small minimum would be of like to get 5 done. I did actually have 10 drafts, but I only made 5 go live this evening. Yesterday, I think we listed like 25 items. But it really does depend on what you've got available, how much you've got. The rest of this evening, I'm actually spending on organizing the clothes that we've already got listed, because there's a whole bunch of clothes we've got, which, you know, I need to kind of get sorted out, you know, because which I need to get sorted out, and get listed, not listed, just get organized so we can save space, because since moving the stuff back home, you know, we really can't afford to be wasting space, so we want to make sure that all the stock we've got, and we're gonna have to do the same thing with the RC parts as well, is condense them down so they're not taking up more room than is necessary, because obviously when you sell things and move things around, you start not using things to their max, which is obviously what we want to avoid. And PvP says I need some nice fuzzy slippers. Yes, some fuzzy slippers would be great, but I'm okay for now. Let's just type in Laura Ashley. We are doing CB1E on that one. CB1E, submit that. Steampunk says, are you still working your full-time job, or are you full-time on eBay now? Steampunk, at the moment, I am working full-time on eBay. The job's just, I wish I could have kept it. I really do. It would have been fantastic for us, but I just wasn't able to. Keep it. The travel was just so much. Didn't work out, unfortunately. So yeah, CB1D. But obviously Beck has still got her job, so we have that income coming in, and that's really important to bear in mind. That does take a lot of pressure off us. Would be in even more pressure if she didn't have that. So always worth bearing that in mind. What did Dave say? Surprised you didn't use lube, says Dave. And Junk Girl 71 has popped in. Hi Zaheer, your face is naked. Yes, I had a shave. It was time for it to happen. It was time for it to happen. It was getting irritating. I explained it earlier. It lessened my enjoyment of a burrito, and when that happens, then you know that it's got to go. CB1C for that one. And Pleasant Valley says, so Beck is feeling better, Z. Hope she's okay. Yeah, she's fine. She's feeling a bit better. She's still a little bit under the weather. She's actually off work this week, and that typical thing always happens. You know, when you get some time off of work, your body decides that it's just gonna catch up and like completely reboot itself at the expense of you being able to enjoy the first couple of days of your time off. I understand, it's lovely. I was just joking. I know, Junk Girl. It's just I had to get rid of it. I actually would like to keep a beard, but I'm one of those guys that would like to keep a beard, but just don't have the patience for them. CB1B. So I always end up shaving it. So just the way it works. Cold though, right, Z? No, I'm pretty happy with how it is. UI514. And that is a CB1A. Submit. We are doing well here. Wigan Warriors IC1F custom label CB1F. I'm just adding all the custom labels onto my onto the listed items. So let me just see if I can show you. So this is my screen at the moment. So on the left hand side I've got the spreadsheet, right hand side I've got the eBay search page, and then I'm just making sure that we've gotten everything kind of worked out properly. So if we go to diesel, need those jeans need to be changed to CB1G, which is cool. That's that done, and we're going to go to coast sample. There it is, and that's a blue flounce hem, whatever is it? Yep, CB1H. That's fine. submit that as well. And then we're going to go for Ted Baker Red. There it is, and that is CB1I. And Pleasant Valley Bike Contest says, I have 17 days off to use before January. Wow, you're going to struggle to get all those done, right? Jungle says, my husband has a long grey beard. I would love a long super beard like Gandalf or something, but I just can't. I just don't have the tolerance for it. Tea Cake says, wow, 101 watches. I just finished a Royal Worcester marathon photo and listing session. Must have cost 1,000 plus new. Bought for 24. Should get 280 back. Wow, that sounds fantastic, Tea Cakes. I wish you well with that. And Pleasant Valley says, any more RC sales today? Today has been the dead day on the RC store, unfortunately. PvP, we sold one propeller for a plane and that's it. So it's gone quiet again today, unfortunately. So there we go. Dave says, 100 people watching Z-list on eBay. Crazy, isn't it? I'm not even listing. I'm kind of condensing. I've done some listing, but now it's condensing. Kelly Seek and Resell says, hello, who is this young man then? Yeah, oh, thank you, Kelly. That's very nice of you to say. Isn't that Excel online? I use Google. No, this is Google Sheets, Dave. It is Google Sheets. So yes. And Pleasant Valley says, yeah, these listing streams are popular. People seem to enjoy them, so I'm very happy about that. Mustn't grumble. Marnie, maybe we're waiting for a funny moment. Yeah, maybe. Maybe, who knows. CB1J, we'll do that as well. And then I think I've done the others. Gabici has been, oh, is it Gabici? Okay, wool cardigan. Okay, it's Galbici, there we go. And that is a CB1K. There we go. Hi Nick, how are you? Thanks for popping in. I think I've done Apache, so I think that one has been changed, and then I'm sure the Cotton Traders one's been changed as well. So I'm just making sure that I'm keeping up with what's going on. So Levi 514, that's done. Yep, and Ted Baker 34R, that's done as well. Yeah, so we're good. I just want to make one more time, I'm sure that I've put all the right things in. Yep, we're good. Okay, so that is cool. That is good stuff. Right. Rod says, when you going live bin picking again, Z? We went to the bins this morning, Rod. Me and Beck went to the bins, and unfortunately there was nothing there. There was just nothing to be had. It was really, really cold, and there was just nothing there. So there we go. Right. Megan Nichols has popped in. Hi Megan, thanks for popping in. Thank you for joining me. We are all chilling. Over 100 people watching this, which is fantastic. So yeah, I'm gonna continue like condensing my stock. And I didn't realize you had a website for the RC stuff as well, says Kevin. Yes, Kevin. The plan is to eventually have like a proper online store. I know it's not likely, but it's always good to have a website. It just helps. Especially when it comes to opening accounts and things like that, and you know, you need to have a bit more of a professional appearance, and that can sometimes help. So yes. And Rod says to Nick, I am working, packing my orders, then off out. I think there's something living in my container. Oh gosh. I so want to see a video of you holding Beck by the legs as she dives into the bin. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. That's not going to happen. I'm sorry to break it to you. So we've already created space with one bin, which is fantastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another bin and see how many of those clothes we can get into this bin here, because I think there's a lot of room in this bin still to go. So I want to condense my stock. It's so important since we've moved it all back home. It just, I really need to condense it so we're not wasting any space. And Megan says, I'm trying to list Wii games, keep getting distracted. Oh, that's a shame, Megan. Hopefully you'll be able to get your distraction sorted out and get those Wii games listed. Once you get into like a flow, it shouldn't be too bad. Oh wow, we just had a sale. Wow, isn't that nice? There you go. We've just had an RC sale, guys. I'm so happy. Rod says, why not try a Facebook page to add a shop and resell your RC parts, no web host fees? Yeah, the main reason for the shop, Rod, like the online shop, is like if you want to try to open wholesale accounts and get contacts and things like that, it just comes across way more professional. Wholesalers aren't going to just let you open an account with them to sell their product if you're just another eBay seller. So it just helps. It's more of a, appearance thing. It is something I do want to fill out and use properly at some point, but still, no, it wasn't screws actually. Dave, Nick says, is it a possum, Rod, or a dingo? Hope it's not a dingo, definitely. Those are dangerous, aren't they? And Rod asks, do they shed skin? God knows. And TK says, Z, do you put flyers into eBay orders with instructions to visit the websites? Our prices at websites slightly cheaper. I would do... I will be doing that once we've gotten more inventory listed on the website, because we've got plans on what we want to sell on the website versus what we want to sell, and like I said, I don't want to devote too much time to the website, because if you're honest, getting traffic to your own website is going to be really, really a tough thing. So right now it is more for a appearance reason, like to look more professional. So having a business address, having a website, having a proper email, to match all of that, that's going to help you open an account. That's going to help you get your foot in the door to wholesalers and things like that. But I'm not that fussed about like really promoting the website, because I think to get people to go to your website is hard. But once I've got the stock up there, you're right, TKX, there's no harm. If you've got the website, you may as well do flyers. It's not something I'm doing right now, but it is something I would like to do. But yeah, we've just had a nice sale actually. It's not massive, but it's an international sale, £18 plus shipping. And it's two things have sold. Two mixers have sold. So yeah, decent sale actually. We've got one item going to Greece. We've actually had two sales come through. Nice. And one going to the USA. So an £18 item going to the USA. Wow, two sales that have just come through instantly. That's so weird. If we had any other sales, I just want to make sure. Let's see, shall we? Let's see. Let's have a look. It's weird when that happens, when you suddenly get sales coming through. Yeah, we've had two sales come through, and one. How weird is this, guys? Right? This is so strange. I just want to show you this, because this is the kind of weirdness that can sometimes happen, and it's probably nothing, but it could be something, right? So I'm just going to do a screen share. So all day we've had one sale which was of a propeller for a plane, okay? And now we've just had two sales come in. One came in at 11:25 p.m. and one came in at 11:26 p.m. Now, one is going to Greece, the other is going to the United States. So there is definitely no... it's not the same person buying them. They're both being shipped to different addresses, etc. How weird is that both of those sales would come through within a minute of each other? It's just you can't make it up sometimes. You really can't make it up. I think it's just funny how that works. There must be some kind of reason for it, some kind of explanation. I don't know, but the good news is that's 40 odd pounds worth of sales if you include the shipping, and our shipping on those is going to be very cheap. Get those 5 drafts live whilst eBay is now switched on, says the Hills. Those drafts I think have gone live. I'm pretty sure I made those go live straight away. Actually, I'm pretty certain about that. I'll double check, but I'm pretty certain. So yeah, I was just thinking that I'm pretty happy with that. So that, in total, that's put us close to at least getting close to £100 today. It would be better obviously if it was £100, but there we go. No, I've already made 5 go live, so there's 5 left. So yeah, and Kevin says £200 for one night in a Travelodge sounds like a bargain, right? Not at all, Kevin. £200 is not a bargain for a Travelodge. Pleasant Valley says website traffic could take a while, but still a good idea, Z. And Eric asked, what website service have you picked? Unfortunately, GoDaddy, which I kind of regret because I use WooCommerce, and WooCommerce have said that they don't like GoDaddy's hosting service, but because I was a bit of a noob, I kind of went for the the easy option. And Ken says flyers are a no-no. eBay have banned a big account who they've caught doing that. That's what I heard, Ken. Actually, I think Shazad, I was speaking to Shazad about this, and he said that apparently, I don't know if this is right or not, but on the big accounts, sometimes eBay will purchase off of your account. So sometimes eBay themselves will make a purchase from you. And if they if they suspect you for breaking the rules, they will buy something for you. So if you send off your item thinking it's just another customer, and there's a flyer in there, and it actually happens to be someone at eBay that's bought that off of you, like Ken has said, big accounts can be completely shut down, and that would be a really horrible thing to have to go through. Actually, traffic isn't bad for part numbers on a website, but then again, eBay usually is doing that with Google. Shopify works well for us, says TKX. Yes, really had to drive traffic to the web, but after several years, we now have a considerable base there. 40% Amazon, 30 eBay, 30. Wow, that's actually a really nice split, TKX. By far, the best average order values from the website. That's really interesting, TKX. I do want to work on that. It's something that's been sat on the back burner. You know, like when you're not making many sales, I suppose I know I should have been like, okay, eBay's not working, maybe we should be promoting the website, but kind of, you know, you get a bit disheartened. But, you know, it's something I do want to work on the website. Beck's always been on my back about the website as well. Ken says eBay queue sales up. I'm convinced of it. John says, I had no sales up till 5 p.m. Between then and now, I've had 12 sales. It's like eBay flicked a switch. I do wonder sometimes. And Adventures in Reselling Victoria asks, is it almost 11:30 p.m. there? Yes, it's 10 to midnight, actually, 10 to midnight. I've just become a bit of a night owl, so I just go on these live streams. Got to run later, says Bike Contest. Thank you for popping in, Bike Contest, appreciate it. Pleasant Valley says, £100 day isn't bad. It's not quite there, though. It's under 100, but it's better than it was. I'm glad for those 2 sales that have just snuck in. I'm very, very grateful to them. So, yeah, I mustn't grumble. You know, hopefully tomorrow will be a stronger day. Holy shaved, says Glock fan. Yes. If you run into problems, message me. I have a reseller account for websites, and I have messed with WooCommerce, says Dave. Oh, really? Cool. Yeah, WooCommerce is amazing. I really like how easy it is to run. And is it against the rules to send flyers? So many sellers do that, says Nick. Yes, Nick, apparently it's against the rules to do that. And TK says, been doing flyers for years, Amazon and eBay. Oops, gonna stop now. Not gonna stop now, says TK. Well, you've got a nice little a percentage and good orders coming from it, TK, so I don't blame you. If you could make your eBay name your website name, your flyer would be your eBay name. It's also your website name. Well, that's the thing. My eBay name, Only Cool RC, is also the website name, Only Cool RC. So I've got that consistency now in that. There we go. Kelly Secret Resource says, I found WooCommerce terrible for spam years ago. Make sure you've got good security plugins set up. I will make sure of that, Kelly. Thank you for that information. And Marie says, UK is 8 hours ahead of me. I'm on the West Coast. Okay. Well, the chat is buzzing along nicely, guys. Thanks for all the comments. If you've got any comments and questions, please chuck them in. I really do appreciate it. Marie, that makes sense. I'm on the East Coast, says Adventures in Reselling Victoria. Glock fan says, Zaheer, how does AdSense work for you with us watching from the US? Just like normal? I'm not sure, Glock fan, but I think I've got a feeling, you know that thing, CPM, I'm not even sure what that fully stands for, but I'm pretty sure the CPM for US audience is better than UK audience, if that means anything. Hold the presses. When did John Travolta take over C-Street? I wish, Highway Bus. John Travolta, man, he's doing all right for himself. I never heard of WooCommerce. Is it a UK thing? No, Pleasant Valley. It's a plugin for WordPress. So it's it allows you to set up a website, online website with a lot of control. So it gives you more control. So if you like to have full control over your website and do whatever you want with it, make it look however you like, make it, you know, yours, it's very customizable basically, whereas I think Shopify is really good because it's all in one package. They do everything, the hosting and everything all together. You obviously have to work within a framework, whereas I think if you have a WooCommerce site on what's the word am I looking on a WordPress site, you have a bit more freedom. Not that I've exercised any of those benefits. I'm gonna go and grab a second box because that's what I was meant to be doing ages ago until you guys distracted me with all your chat. I asked about AdSense because the ad when I came in was for American vehicles. Yes, Glock fan, I'm pretty sure that US audience will get we get paid a better click rate. The CPM is higher than the UK, and I'm guessing it's because obviously it's a bigger audience out in the States. So yeah, they're still going to play ads that are suited to you, rather than, like, they're not going to play those over to someone that's watching from the UK. Are you allowed to send thank you notes with orders as long as you don't promote your website, says Joshua? I would think so, Joshua. I wouldn't. I think plenty of people do that. A thank you is not going to be against the rules, I don't think. But you'd have to check. All right, I'm going to quickly nip over and grab the second box and see how many of the clothes from that box there I can fit into the box that I've got down here. So, I'm actually quite excited about condensing the stock. I didn't think I'd be this excited, but it makes me feel good to do this. Oh, okay, WordPress I've heard of. We'll have to check it out. I've been thinking about setting up a website for a while now, says Pleasant Valley. And yep, know me WordPress stuff, says Dave. I've been writing plugins for a mobile phone website. Wow, Dave. Dave, you've got some coding skills, man. And Nick says, yes, YouTube serves you ads that relate to you. The US gives better revenue for the channel. There you go. See, I thought so, because it does show a higher percentage. The CPM percentage for the US audience shows higher. So ideally, I'd like a lot of US audience. But, you know, I love anyone that watches, to be honest with you. Anywhere in the world, I don't mind. And Highway Bus says it could be BCP, but if you include one when shipping a radio flyer, the universe may play. Kelly, the Ecom Mum Ward, says I use thank you cards I buy from eBay shipping supplies in my orders. Oh, there you go. And Eric says YouTube ads are supposed to be focused based on the sort of videos you watch on a regular basis. Yep, I can see your parts appearing on Google, so you're doing good, says Dave. Oh, wow, cool, that's good. I've got SSL certification, Kelly, essential for an online shop. Yeah, I've got SSL certification, even though I've not really paid much attention to the site. I did set it up correctly, so that, you know, that happens. And Jazz says hi Jazz, thank you for popping in. Ken says we're going to do an EKM power shop with evolution mode. Cool. Fixing arcade cabinets now, says Dave. Crazy. Condensing stock, this is what the fans tune in for. Thank you, Pleasant Valley. Yes, I'm going to be moving stuff from boxes into fewer boxes. It's very exciting stuff, definitely. So we're moving on now to B, and we're going to change that. What is this? B20. I'm going to actually have to have both these things open so that I can actually sort this out. Right. You definitely need to condense, says Kevin. That's a lot of boxes behind you. Yes, Kevin, that's the thing. Since having it at home, I really do need to get it sorted. So we are in the process of doing that, and I'm very happy to be doing that. Okay, so that needs to be like that. This jumper we've not been able to get rid of either, which is kind of annoying. So that is going into this box here, and it's going to be CB1N, and then I'm going to look for it here, and we are going to call it Tommy. Oh, of course it won't, because it's actually an unpaid item at the moment. That's why I can't find it. Oh god, that's so frustrating. That is so frustrating. I tell you that for nothing. When is this case going to end? I don't know, but I'm going to put it on the CB1N anyway, so I'll remember that. CB1N. What? Frustrating. Okay. Next item. This is riveting in entertainment, right, guys? Riveting stuff. If you're enjoying the content, even if you're not, leave it a thumbs up. Look, Mum is back. Hi there, Drew. Zaheer is moving items from. Yeah, I am moving items from box to box. That's exactly what I'm doing. You do. It's not showing on my browser. Yeah, on my Only Cool RC, it should be a secure. It should have a secure thing, Kelly. You've made me. You're gonna make me check now. If I go to onlycoolrc.com, on my thing, it's got the padlock. Yeah, it's a secure site. Connection is secure. Certificate is valid. And yeah, it's all secure apparently, Kelly. Only Cool RC. Look, let me see if I can show you guys. There you go. Here's my website. So it's got a bunch of parts. If anyone ever finds it, Only Cool RC, and it's onlycoolrc.com. It's got the little padlock. So, yar, it's secure. Right. CB1N, riveting, is it, Pleasant Valley? The stubble is already coming through, says. Yeah, the shadow will start to appear. Maybe I could stay live until it's a full beard. That would be so cool. Moving from... Very funny, Eric. Kevin says, have they reduced the UPS fee for FBA? Sure, it used to be just over 5, but just got charged $4.36. Wow, I didn't know. If your stock is socks with pics of a fox, you'd be condensing stock of fox socks in a box, says Highway Bus. Yes, you would. Adventures in Reselling Victoria has got to eat supper. Thank you for popping in. And Nick says, I enjoy jobs like that too. When I rearranged my car parts and had to change all the SKUs, I got a sense of achievement. Yeah, it's really strange. I thought I would really be dreading doing this, but for whatever reason, I am really I'm enjoying this. Yeah, Fancy Pants website, says Nick. Yeah, you got to try these things. You have to. And yeah, a pro now. I'm not a pro. Shows is secure for me, says Kevin. Fantastic. By the way, guys, I've not actually sent the link out today. If anyone does want to pop in, let me just put the link in. Then that way, if you do wish to join in, you are welcome. There is the StreamYard link. So if anyone does want to say hi, pop on the stream, you're more than welcome. Console says just keep it up. Right. Okay, so now the aim is to find all of these. So we're talking purple polo, and that is there. Okay, cool. And if we go to storage box B37, we have got the polo shirt there. Cut that out, and then we'll go to clothing box A, put it in there, and that is going to be CB10. CB10. Okay, and then I'm going to put it into CB1. I've got to say, I'm actually really happy that you can change custom labels on the website on eBay so easy. It's something. I've never seen anyone who can grow facial hair as fast as he says. It's not just grown into a beard now, has it? I mean, come on, it's still clean. I've only been on for an hour 40. I've only been on for an hour 40, guys. And Time Tunnel Toys UK says, good evening all, just finished listing some lovely rare vintage toys from the 60s to 80s. Wow, Time Tunnel Toys UK, that sounds absolutely amazing. Where do you get hold of those? That'd be interesting to know. And if you've got let me click, I'm going to be nosy and go see if Time Tunnel Toys is YouTubing things. I just messed up my thing. Damn. Okay, I'm going to have to close that now. I tried to check on something and it just completely messed everything up for me. Messed the chat. I've lost the chat for a second. Let me pop it out again. And there we go. So we're going to do that like that. We are back. Okay, I've got the chat. Anyway, hi to Time Tunnel Toys. Tea Cakes says, stick at the web, it will pay in the long run, will take years, mind. Yeah, and anything worth doing, I suppose, is gonna be difficult. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna stick at that. I'm not gonna give up on that for certain. And the vinegar jar has popped in. Hi Peter, says, where's the bloke with the beard gone? Yes, I did have a shave, Peter. To be honest, to us in the US, all UK people are fancy, says Eric. And Nick was saying how fancy the meetup is, so fancy pants. And Time Tunnel Toys says, I went to a local toy fair and picked up lots of bargains. And yes, I do have videos. Oh, cool. So if anyone's into vintage toys, maybe worth checking out Time Tunnel Toys. I've not seen the channel yet, so if it happens to be of other things, I can't, I'm just saying. And Tommy says Z has a 12 o'clock shadow. No, I bloody don't. No, I don't. Not yet. Anyway, you guys are distracting me from moving things from one box to another, guys. All right. Let me just write this down. CB10. So CB close box 10. Okay, that goes in there as well. This is really satisfying. I'm going to be able to get like 2 boxes of stuff into one box. Do you know how cool that is? The space that we are going to be saving. It's going to be amazing. Time Tunnel is also the name of a shop in California, says Highway Bus. And Pleasant Valley says, you can shave one day and have a full beard in a few weeks, Z. It's impressive. Fantastic. And Rod says, I just messed up on calculated shipping, and as bad luck would have it, they are in Western Australia and I'm in Queensland, like a gazillion miles away. Ugh. And Peter Cummins says, I just lost all sound on the gaming PC. Seems to be fixed now, but had me really worried for a bit. Impossible to play Fortnite. And he says, I had a great chat on my listing stream earlier with Chelsea Rooney about pickled eggs. Oh, I'll check that out later. I didn't get a chance. You know what? I was going to come on at 11, but we were out, so we weren't able to do anything. The other things are on my other channel, lol, says Time Tunnel Toys. Okay. And Ken says, beards growing as fast as Ryan Giggs. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Right. B34. Next, ladies. Blue knitted textured top. Okay, let's just move more stuff, guys. Come on. Cut. And then we'll go to paste here. CB1P. And then we are gonna put in here next knitted textured top. Yep, that's the one. And we're gonna put in CB1P in there. Submit that. And we're going to label it correctly as well. It's really easy to make mistakes though. CB1P. Yeah. And that goes in the box too. Still acres of room in this thing. It's crazy. Zaheer's a better player too, lol. Ryan Giggs isn't that bad. And Highway Bus says, I haven't seen such a riveting stock consolidation in a long time. Yeah, I can imagine. This really must be riveting viewing, guys. And TK says, we advertise special offers and discounts on our flyers, also small giveaways to drive customers to the website. They need an incentive to move over. And Nick asks, hey, did you guys manage to plan a holiday yet? Unfortunately not, Nick. We still haven't even gotten Zara's passport, so until we get her passport we can't organize obviously a holiday. And at the moment we need things to financially stabilize a hell of a lot more before we can do that, so it's something we desperately want. But it is on the radar, and we've got a couple of things. We've created like a list of things now that we need to get sorted, and we're gonna work as hard as we can to get those achieved. So it's on the radar, Nick, definitely. Time Tunnel is also a 60s TV show produced by Owen Allen. Okay. And the Vinegar Jar, Peter Cummins says, I'm only going to do them on Mondays as it's a bit much doing them every day. But if anyone else is listing at around 11 a.m. and streaming, I join in, says Peter. Yeah, I mean, you've got to be able to, you've got to be comfortable with the time sync, because obviously it is a time sync. When you're doing something live, it takes forever. But the way I look at it is, for me, I like it because it kind of motivates me to get work done. So even though I'm not getting as much work done as if like I wasn't streaming, it's possible that otherwise I'd just be watching TV or just playing games or not be productive anyway. So this way I get to put content out on my YouTube channel, live stream, hang out with you guys, and still get work done. So I'm feeling, and it's really important because it's making me feel so much better about myself. I know that sounds a bit like, oh God, but it's really important to feel good about yourself and feel like you're achieving something. Even though you could probably achieve a lot more if you were just able to sit down and graft, but when things are tougher, it's hard to be there and do that. Whereas when I've got the stream running, I've got you guys in the chat, it buzzes me, and even though I'm not getting like a huge amount of work done, I'm getting way more done than I would do, which in turn is making me feel better about myself, and then it's motivating me to work more. I mean, we've been really consistent with drafting and photographing and listing because of this, and it's you know, it's not for everybody, but yeah, definitely helping me. So yes, condensing bins and beard growth. Oh gosh, says Pleasant Valley. BCB's put Peter Cummins' channel in the Vinegar Jar. Yep. Caravan at Butlins maybe then, Zaheer. Yeah, you know what, that could be within our reach to the hills. That's something. You know what, camping is something that I thought about. KLC reselling, Louise mentioned it on a stream where she mentioned about camping, and camping is something we I've never been camping in my life. Neither of my kids, neither has Beck, none of us have ever been camping, so like that's something I would definitely do, and that's something we could do quickly. Nick says, yeah, keep plugging away and have that holiday on the horizon, you'll deserve it. Oh, thanks, Nick. Where are you thinking of holidaying, says Time Tunnel Toys. Yeah, it's the States. You know what, I'm so desperate to visit the States. We sent Hannah earlier in January. I think it was in February, actually. February this year. My eldest daughter went to New York for like 5 days with her school. That was the first time she'd ever been abroad as well, and it was with her school, which was kind of heartbreaking for us. But we would rather that she go than, you know, be waiting for infinity for us to pull our fingers out and sort things out. So we you know, worked hard, sent her to the US, and just the photo. She sent us a few photos. She didn't take many photos, but it looks so amazing, and she's been smitten with it. And I think we're all really excited to visit. Yes, I think States would probably be number one on the list because because we've not been on holiday. Like Beck and I have never been on holiday since being together. That's like 20 years. We've never ever been, so the first one's got to be like a humdinger, you know, like it's been so long, it's got to be a really nice holiday. I'd absolutely love it. Hi Lisa Faith McCrossan, thank you for popping in. And Tommy says, yeah, hopefully the States. Peter says, night Z, I'm up early tomorrow, have fun consolidating boxes. Thank you, Peter, thanks for popping in. And Kevin is still saying how this is the most exciting stock consolidation he's ever watched. You're very important to feel good, keep positive, the chat is good for motivation. Definitely, Peter. It's our fascinating comments that help you, that keep you streaming, Z. Very true, Pleasant Valley, especially in your case. And Jazz says, listening to you work helps me work. Activate achievement cycle. Fantastic, Jazz. I'm really glad to hear that. That's fantastic. And Billy says, hey, nothing wrong with Skegness. Not at all, not at all. In it to flip, it says, I should try this. You can't just walk away from the computer and get distracted with something else. And Mel says, I love camping. We go several times a year. I would love to. I would absolutely love to. Tommy has a good comment. Has anyone checked everyone's subscriber list to make sure each and every person is subbed to Rod and Look Mum I'm Hustling? Definitely, guys, you should definitely subscribe to Pommy Pickers and Look Mum I'm Hustling in the chat. They are fantastic. What are the juice that fuels Z's consolidating and listing power by the power of Z's fast growing pit? Z has the power. That is from He-Man, right? Highway Bus. And Billy B says, I've just got back from New York, loved it. I'm so desperate to visit New York. I think I'd explode into confetti. I'd be so excited. Pleasant Valley says, camping. I went camping as a kid with my parents a few times. Never got eaten by a bear, so it worked out well. Yeah, that's definitely a good thing. And Glock fan says, I took my son to New York in July. Fun, but he was overwhelmed. Oh, bless. I really ought to change this account name, says Lisa. My name is such a mouthful. Lisa Faith McCrossan. Not at all, not at all. And BCP has come in with the links for Mel's channel, Back from Burnout, and Look Mum I'm Hustling, which is fantastic. I actually thought to myself, I hope Z has a good day today. These streams are getting in my head, says TCakes. Oh, fantastic. Alright, okay, Ladies Bell by Oasis, green one shoulder pencil dress, size 8, CB1Q. Okay, CB1Q. And we're going to just type that into here. Bell should bring it up. It is there. CB1Q. I'm so this is ridiculous. I shouldn't be enjoying consolidating clothes. I really shouldn't. But I'm enjoying it. A ruffle front casual cardigan. Oh wow, it's all happening here, guys. We've got ruffle fronts and everything. There we go. This is incredible. B36. So we need to go find B36 and we need to cut that. And then we need to go to here, paste, and then it is CB1R. Okay, and then we are going to change it here to CB1R. See, it's so much quicker when you get into the zone. But I do like reading the chat, so I try to read the chat, and you know, it's difficult. But there we go, CB1R. And there's so much space in this crate that I'm moving it to. I might even get two definitely, 2 boxes into one. That's going to be great. Okay. Camping is great. We get the whole extended family together camping once a year, but next year we are hiring a massive house again. Such a great laugh, says Nick. That sounds really cool. And Highwayber says, not He-Man, Z-Man. He-Man could never grow your beard or eat so many muffins in one sitting. And Rod says, sorry, camping, no way. I don't know, camping sounds exciting. Mel says, oh, thank you, BCP and Zaheer, for sharing. Not at all. Back from Burnout, Mel's channel definitely deserves as much attention as possible. Mel is so infectiously enthusiastic. Just brilliant, absolutely brilliant channel. You can tell she's 100% genuine. Definitely worth promoting Mel's channel. If you haven't subscribed to Back to Burnout, please go over and subscribe to Back from Burnout. Not Back to Burnout. I keep on saying Back from Burnout. Who is Mel? Okay. B33. B33. Where is it? There is a Surfer Nick men's coat. This was only £1.50 item. Let's cut that and we'll move it across. And this is gonna be CB1S. And we're gonna type in Surfer Nick here. Camping in a house, now that's my kind of camping, says Rod. What part of the UK would be a good camping area, Z? Well, Pleasant Valley, we live near the Lake District, so I'm sure there's loads of nice places to go camping. We live near some really gorgeous places, but we've never really taken advantage of that. So yeah. CB1S. Oh, this is incredible, man. Just realised the £300 camera I bought at the weekend has fungus in the lens. Oh no, Kevin, that is heartbreaking. Is it an all-in-one camera, Kevin, or is it an SLR where you could oh, that is horrible news. £300 camera with fungus in the lens. You won't be able to get that out from what I know. But I don't know much about that stuff, to be honest, so I should probably shush my face. CB1S there. No, this is B2. Nightmare Before Christmas. We are going to cut that. And we're going to move that over here. Paste. We are going CB1T. And we're going to type in Nightmare, and we're going to type in CB1T. There we go, and we're going to write CB1T on here. We'll move that across as well. There is so much space, it is insane. There is so much space. The lens is removable, still worth good money just for the body, says Kevin. Oh, that's good news. That's good news. It's such a shame about the lens. I mean, you may still be able to get something for the lens, but I don't know. And Pleasant Valley says, you don't have any dangerous animals in the UK though, Z. Not as exciting as here in Canada. Bears, mountain lions, rattlesnakes make it exciting. Yeah, see, that wouldn't excite me. It would just scare me, Pleasant Valley. I don't think I'd be very excited about having like dangerous like really dangerous animals like that just walking around in the wild. Yeah, that would put me off camping if I'm honest. Okay, that's B25, which is here. I'm gonna cut that and we'll paste that here. We are doing CB1 U. Okay, put CB1U as well and submit that. And then put that in here. CB1U. Okay, it's 12:20. Wow, we've been streaming for over 2 hours. I'm thinking when to knock this on the head because it's just past midnight. I can still keep going. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get to the bottom of this box and then we'll call it a night. I think that's fair. I think that's a fair amount. Oh look, it's Rod and Ken's favourite team knot. And it's actually got Rooney on the back of this one, so interesting. I'm sure that is something that you're not going to be a big fan of. B28. Let's get that sorted. It's a size S, that's why it probably hasn't sold yet. I would have thought it would have sold by now, to be honest, this one, but there we go. CB1V. Okay. 1V. Okay. Right guys, all my packing is done. I'm off out to the post office and then sit down with a Coke and an ice cream and spend an hour, watch the world go by. Have a great day, night, wherever you are. That sounds wonderful, Rod. Thank you for popping in. Appreciate it. Z, is that a toilet roll, says the Hills. Where? Get that crap. This. Oh gosh. Sorry, Rod. Rooney, I have a DVD about him. Had it listed for ages and it hasn't sold. Yeah, I wouldn't expect a Rooney DVD to be like massively popular. He's not like that, you know. He's not all that and a bag of chips. River Island. I've come up with a problem with my nomenclature. I'm going. Oh god, this is annoying. I've gone with the alphabet, and there's obviously only 26 letters in the alphabet, so I'm gonna. Oh god. Okay, I've figured it out. I'm just gonna. What am I gonna do? I should have thought of this. Okay. Anyway. This is getting quite full anyway, so I think it'll be fine when I get to the end of the alphabet. It'll be fine. 26 items in a box. That's not too bad. He plays in the US now. I don't know. Pleasant Valley, maybe. I don't know. He may well have gone and you know, bootcut denim. That's right. B41 is over here. We'll go cut. And we'll go here to paste, and it's CB1W. Hey Mark Walsh, I do double up. Yeah, could do, Kelly, could do. I think I might have to do that, but I think we're gonna get to the stage where it's probably gonna fill up because it is actually quite full up. So CB. I think we're getting to the stage where I might not need to. CB1W. Submit. Okay. CB1W. Yeah, I think I'll double the letters though. Yeah, you're right. I think I'll double up. If I need to. Oh, yeah, because I think I can get more in here. I could definitely get more in here, so I think I might have to double up. You're right. Okay. And then I've got Oh, this is cool. This is the basketball jersey. Is this listed still? Hope it's still listed. Glasgow. Yep, it's still listed. That's cool. Glasgow Rocks Adidas basketball jersey. That's pretty cool. That's a B27. Super cut. And paste. And then we're going CB1 X. CB1X. We'll put it in here. CB1X and submit as well. Put it on here. CB1X. And there we go. That is superb. And we've got another polo shirt, but it's a maroon one. I type in maroon, it's the only thing we've got. That is superb. That's B32. So go to B32. And we'll cut that and we'll paste it here. And that's going to be CB1Y. It's going to be CB1Y. Wow. See, when I focus, I could get this done so quickly, but I do like to do these streams. So what can I do? Shipping Sunshine says hello, and Scooby Shaggy says Rooney joined Derby January as player coach. Okay. And we have MLS Soccer here in North America, says Pleasant Valley. I think he was on the US team last season. We have a team in Vancouver called the Whitecaps, but they had an awful season. Oh, right, okay. He played for DC United. Okay. Next item is a pair of Levi's 559s. Okay. How long have these been here? Who knows? Wow, they're a good price as well. On best offer. Okay. Oh. B42. Let's have a look. B42. Did he wake you up? Oh, good night, darling. Okay. Let's cut that and paste it here. And we have gotten to CB1Z. And that's going to be CB1Z. That is superb. CB1Z. Superb, superb. Okay, next item is a Topshop red sleeveless lightweight shift dress. Okay. Topshop. Okay, and it's B13, so we're going to find B13 and we will cut and we'll paste and we're going to go CB1AA. There we go. And we'll go CB1AA. Hey Andrew, how are you? I don't know if you fancy popping into the stream or not. I will put a link in case you want to join us for a chat or something. You are more than welcome, as you know. So yeah, you're more than welcome. Let me know if you wish to pop in. I'm consolidating stock. Evening, where's Zaheer and who's this handsome young man in his chair? Very funny, Andrew. CB1AA. In it goes. This consolidation stuff is way too exciting. I don't know why I'm so excited by it, but I'm gonna get two things. I'm naked again, but I will pop on in a bit. No worries. No worries. Next lady's blue beaded Casual jumper. Okay. Next, and we'll put blue in the title, and there it is. It's B26. We'll cut and paste that in. Cut and paste. CB1BB, and we will go here. CB1BB. Gotta get a webcam so I can distract Z on the live stream in person. Lol, says Pleasant Valley. It's fine, it's fine. I don't mind. I was just, you know. CB1BB. Dave asks, is he having a shave? And Kevin says, please put some clothes on first. Oh gosh. Oh, this is quite nice. A ladies Winsmore London Aztec long pleated skirt. Okay, more like size 8 apparently though. Winsmore, we'll type in Winsmore. And that is B4. Right. Good night all, have to be at work for 8. No worries, Time Tunnel Toys. Thank you for popping in. I really do appreciate it. So thanks. Ladies Winsmore B4. There it is. So I'm gonna cut from here and just paste it into here. And CB1CC. And we'll go CB1CC, submit. We need to get Wayne to visit Z's store. It's crazy how much he's been buying from people, says Tea Cakes. If someone enjoys buying to show the support, that's pretty cool. So I mean, Wayne's name comes up all the time in Lonnie's. I didn't realize he buys from other people as well. I thought he was exclusive to buying Lonnie's stock. Winsmore CC. God, what am I meant to be doing? Put it there. Put it there. I'm meant to put it on the tag. CB1CC. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely getting more tight. So much air in these as well. Zoe says, did you sell any more figures, Z? Let's have a look. No buys from others too, says TKX. Okay. It looks like, oh yes, we have had a sale. Thank you very much, Zoe. Appreciate it. Yeah, the Wizard of Oz, Land of Oz Series 2 McFarlane Toys action figure. Superb. Thank you so much. And no, buy from others too. Pleasant Valley says, Z, did you sell Kang yet? No, I haven't sold Kang yet. In case you guys are wondering, this is what's just sold, so thank you very much. Zoe, appreciate it. It is actually quite a freaky looking figure, the Wizard, so thank you. I need to kind of get this all back to normal. There we go. Super. Hey Zoe, future wife, says Andrew, Money Mental. Yeah, hopefully the Kang, hopefully the Kang figure will sell. Hopefully he'll. It's obviously going to be like a collector that is going to want that one. It's going to have to be quite a hardcore collector. I do feel we're overpriced considering the last one sold at 100. The only reason we went at 150 for it is because the only other one that we saw for sale was on for 170. Plus shipping, it made it over 200. So that's the only reason. But yeah, and Andrew is reminding people I also have action figures for sale, folks. That's very kind of you to remind them, Andrew. Unusual Vintage says, at Tea Cakes, 1, creepy shrine to YouTubers he fancies, or 2, creating fabulous avant-garde art, or 3, being a great person and an overall good guy. Yeah, it's just a nice way of showing support, I think, isn't it? Unusual Vintage. Okay, the Ladies Winsmore has been added. I've changed it on here as well. Okay. Next item to be condensed will be this Ladies Coast red and pink beige sleeveless stretch wiggle pencil dress, size 6. Okay. Right, let's get this one. This is B1 from here, which is there. Superb. Let's cut that and put it into the correct box. And make sure. Highway Bus says, your hair has a Gene Wilder vibe. You aren't hiding any Oompa Loompas in the other room, are you? No, I'm definitely not hiding any Oompa Loompas in the other room, Highway Bus, but thank you for asking. The Oz figure was well priced. I used to sell them in my toy shop for £30 plus, but that's a shop, says Mark Walsh. Oh, thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. And Pleasant Valley says, Kang might take a while, but go with a good price during Q4Z. Maybe someone will buy him as a Christmas gift. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it at 150. I'm going to speak to Rebecca about it and see what she thinks. Like, I don't know how much patience we've got to hold out, or whether we can even afford to hold out. Ideally, obviously, we'd like to get the money in and turn over, and that would be quite a nice sale to get in. So, you know, £100 would be great for it, but we'll see what happens. We'll see. It's always something you have to think about, though, isn't it? It's always something you have to think about, like, are you happy to hold out, and you know, how long are you happy to hold out for as well? Okay, Coast Red. Okay. Lol, Andrew Z, I can't take the credit for that sale. It wasn't me, but I'm sure the new owner will love it. Hopefully they will, Zoe. That's fantastic still. That's still fantastic. You just checked. How did you know it had gone? Just put sensible offers welcome in the title. Yeah, how did you know that I'd had a sale? I thought, yeah, that's fantastic though. But yeah, I'm sure the new owner will love it. Just put sensible offers is welcome in the title. Yeah, I probably should put something like that in the title. That's not a bad idea. Red, pink and beige, that's that one there, and that is a red, pink and beige. CB1DD. We're going to put that in CB1DD, and we will save that. So that is also moved across. This consolidation is going so well, guys. CB1DD. Do you know who Lee Mack is? Rod formerly from his part. Is Rod formerly from his part of the UK? I don't know, Eric Liddy. Lee Mack sounds very. I think I know who Lee Mack is. He may well be from where, you know. And Andrew says, you're a good luck charm, Zoe. Just was asking in general. Oh, glad you're selling them. No, says Zoe. Yeah, oh, that's so fantastic. That's actually fantastic, Zoe. I'm like, wow, that's cool. Yeah, I didn't check to see, and yeah, we've had another £20 sale. So I'm like, yeah, fantastic. Motivates me to keep going. Motivates me to, you know, keep the work going. And you are a good luck charm then, aren't you? And Mark Walsh says, I have been listing toys like mad, trying to do 50 a day, but at the moment I'm wrapping a pasta maker. You never know what sells. Wow, Mark, 50 a day. You must have bought a hell of a lot of figures. Or you must. Are these from the shop that you mentioned? And Highway Bus says, Oompa Loompas have rights, you know. The world isn't ready for giant orange man babies to run things away. Oh gosh. Jilted generation jeans. Jilted. Let's type in jilted. I'm sure there's no others. And we go to B40. Let's grab that title there and we'll cut it and we will paste it here. We will go CB1 EE, and then we'll add it here, CB1 EE, and submit, and then we'll put it on here obviously, CB1 EE. There we go. Right. On rare items, it's worthwhile. Z, remember the offer I turned down of $180 for a record? The guy turned out not to want it anyway. After a month, I relisted at $69.99 and it sold. Okay. I was watching Would I Lie to You, and I was like, oh my god, that's Rod, says Eric Liddy. Okay. I was proud of listing 10 items of clothing this evening. 50 items a day is immense, Mark. Yeah, I mean, clothing takes a while though, doesn't it? If you've got new stuff, it's easier. Mark says, yes, from my shop, had 3 large vanfuls come to me. The shop was in Blackpool, just around the corner. Wow, Mark. Wow. So you've got like a whole stack of figures. Yeah, Blackpool's not far. That is so cool. Oh, man. That is crazy. So was it just not working out, the shop? Was it just because of like, it's obviously Blackpool is so much busier during the summer and then like dead in the winter, and you're just listing it all online now? But that sounds like a lot of stock to be listing, 50 items a day. But with brand new in box figures, it wouldn't be as hard as doing clothes, would it, Andrew? So it is still impressive though. But yeah, packing a pasta maker after listing all those action figures, that's weird. We are now on. We're getting to the bottom of this box. This is so cool. I'm unbelievably happy with this. Next paisley pattern thing. Okay, next purple paisley pattern. There we go. And it's B12. So I'm going to find B12 and then I'm going to copy the title across. By the way, guys, can I just say there's still over 80 people in here, so thank you everybody that has popped in and has joined us. Really do appreciate it. I probably shopped in your shop, Mark, when I lived in Cleveland, said Andrew. And Pleasant Valley says online values estimated it at a value much less. I was one of only 500. It was one of only 500 copies, and one hadn't been offered in 5 years. I had a hunch I could get more. Yeah. And Eric says, yeah, you can probably burn through hundreds of sealed DVDs in a day, but with all the photos and measuring, clothes must be a nightmare. Yeah, clothes are a lot more involved. I mean, even storing clothes is, even storing clothes is, something that, I don't know, it takes more effort. You have to be organized and whatnot, you just have to be. It's not as easy as other stuff, I think, especially if you do a lot of it. Okay, purple paisley, we're talking CB1 FF, I'm going to put that in there as well, CB1 FF. The item specifics for clothes were fun today, says Andrew. Yeah, I can imagine. CB1 FF. That's another one. And Unusual Vintage says there is a good video on processing clothes from empty hanger. Might be worth looking into. All right. Next item is a ladies' phase 8 red and black apple print. Oh, cool! An apple print dress. Apple print. There it is. Found it, and it is B6, which is here. Cut. And then we will paste CB1GG. And we're going to CB1GG. and I'll put it on here. There you go. And Mark says, I find toys are super easy to list. 4 pictures done. Most of my stuff is 80s, so it can be a pain to price. But for me, the shop was just not working. With what the council are doing, did not help. Yeah, you know what? The council thing is crazy. I actually had like a news article on my phone that I was reading, where business rates, they judge them on like the turnover of the shop and stuff like that as well, and some shops end up having to face massive increase in their business rates. So the first year they're there, it's super cheap. Second year it's a bit more, but then it can just skyrocket. Like if your business shoots off, then the rates can skyrocket, and in some cases people end up having to come out of their shops because of it. And just generally it's pretty tough, isn't it? So and Mel from Back from Burnout is asking, has anyone used prescription glasses? I am some kids ones my daughter grew out of. Would people buy them for frame? You can definitely sell frames. Like people do buy used glasses frames, especially if they've got any kind of brand on them. Eric says, yeah, I never got past picking up boots or coats. I love processing all the smalls. Love might be a strong word, but I never got into clothes. Fair enough. Clothes must take a lot of time to prep and photograph, says Buzzing Guy. I mean, yeah, I think overall they're a bit more involved. You know, that's just the way it is. Not for everybody, but you can, like with anything, you can streamline it. There are people that can burn through clothing listings without any issue. So you have to bear that in mind as well. So this is B10. We're into. We're gonna just cut, and we're gonna paste, and we are putting that into CB1 HH. Yep, CB1HH and CB1HH. There we go. That's in here too. Okay. The only downside of having such a big crate is when you start selling the clothes, you'll have to go through a bunch. Only 2 more to put in, which is cool. B8. Okay, hold on. Jane Norman dress, Nike. Rooney, that's gone. I just thought I just did that. So Barley thing has gone. That's gone as well. That's gone. There we go. Oh, okay. B8 is here. Which is a next black and white floral 3/4 boho tunic dress. There we go, and that is going to be CB1II, and we're going to put that in here. Next boho festival thing, there we go, and it is CB1II. Okay, where's my pen gone? Oh, there it is. Worth finding out the strength, Mel. You never know, someone might need them, or some people buy for fashion, says Zoe. Good point. And Pleasant Valley says, I don't know how bricks and mortar shops can make a go of it. Rents seem brutally high. And Mel says, some clothes are much easier to list than others. True. Lisa says, almost my entire business is closed and I just moved house and had to move all 2,000 plus stock items with me. Nightmare. And Eric says, in the US, I watched Nicole State burn through tons of clothes. I think she's State Place or something. Yes, Nicole State is incredible when it comes to her clothing business. And Mark says it was not just that, the rail replacement and the tram work, so you couldn't rail in and then can't drive in, as most of the town centre is dug up. Wow. But I had £400 plus sales today, so super happy. Wow, Mark. That is crazy numbers. Yeah, I can imagine. And things like rail replacements and roadworks can be really brutal for stores, definitely. And TK says, yeah, I only do official sports clothing, mostly football and motorsport stuff in clothing. Andrew says, I can do 4 clothing listings an hour at the minute, but I'm listing over £100 worth an hour, so it's worth it. Definitely, yeah, you have to kind of add that all up. Pleasant Valley says, I do like listing concert t-shirts, don't take long to photograph, and they are steady sellers and can be good money. Yeah, concert t-shirts are cool finds if you get them. And Kelly says, I'm trying to move away from clothes into more books, so much easier to list. And Lisa says, I think that will be me soon, moving house with 2,000 listings. Wow. I don't envy that at all, Mel. It's a stressful enough thing to move, but then to have to move all that stock as well, it's difficult. Right, I'm going to do CB1II. We've done that. Next, black tunic dress thing. Super. This, guys, is the last item from that box. It's a Jane Norman floral top. So that is cool. Jane Norman. Have we still got it there? Black and white floral top. Let's just type that in. Jane Norman. Black and white floral top, and that is CB1JJ. So CB1JJ, save, submit that, put that in here, CB1JJ, and that, oh my goodness, that is a heavy crate now. I should have thought of that. That is the last of the items. I am very, very pleased with myself there to have done that. CB1. There we go. I am very pleased. So I've managed to actually condense 2 of these crates, 2 of this size box of clothes, into 1 larger box, plus there were other clothes on top of that, like another few items. So that is a real good result. Oh gosh. And oh gosh, yeah, Lisa says, I don't envy you to Mel. My new office currently looks like the site of an explosion. I'll be spending this week attempting to restore some order. And Mel says, I can't even deal with the thought of it. Yeah, Pleasant Valley, you're right. Roadworks can be a nightmare. When they dug up a major street and the businesses went under. That's horrible, isn't it? When roadworks can have so much impact. Mark says it's all about adverts per hour. You can list 30 DVD or ADV per hour. You can list 30 DVDs an hour, but could be £150. You could list 2 items for that. So I think it's all about what you like to list. Kelly says, good job, Z. Thank you so much, guys. I'm so pleased with myself. So only did 5 new listings. I still have 5 drafts to go, but made some really good headway into consolidating the clothes. So now we've just got those 3 there that I need to start to condense. These crates are going to be very heavy. I'll just show you what these crates are. It's like these really big crates here, so it's stacked full now. So they are super heavy, but they're very sturdy and they're going to hold a lot of stock, so I'm very pleased. And now the end is near and listing is almost over. Z did it his way. Apologies to Sinatra, definitely. Z, turn around so we can pat you on the back, says BCP. Oh, there's no need for that. Thank you so much for the company, guys. I really, really do appreciate it. Been streaming for just over 2 hours 40. I don't know whether Tommy and Tracy are going to be live tonight. They were live yesterday, I'm not sure. I think they were. Of course they were, because I was talking to them this morning when I woke up. I don't know if they are going to go live, but there we go. I'm just about to go, Andrew. I'm so sorry. So I'm just gonna call it a night now. It's nearly 1 a.m. here as well. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you so much for the company, guys. It is over now. It is over. Thanks for popping in though, guys. Bye.